always doing it sunny side up. It's the hen.
Fuck. All right, what's up? What's going on, my friends? Let's see. First of all, we got some sound. There we go. There's some too loud clapping. We definitely got sound. Stream looks like it's up and running. My brain is half up and running. I didn't get to sleep properly at all, and I'm like half zombified today. I've been a dum-dum today, so putting it out there. Putting it out there. Let's see here. All right, there's the link. I'm gonna grab that and pop that in the Discord. All right, there we go. That is good. Live stream link has been shared. I got my root beer. Let's switch it up so I can see who's here in the chat. Oh man, this day has felt super long. Waiting up early for a plumber to show up and sort stuff out. Oh. Anyways, to the hellos. What up, Jess, Potts, Jack, Eng, Hugh, Hamilton, Kentucky. Who else we got in here? Seth, we got Blue, Beasley, North Exile, Anthony, Bo Falcon, Error. Oh, there's Carly, little cutie. What's up? What's up? You guys can see your little, new membership icons. Carly's been at work, so you can see the different variations that exist in the chat now. Some in different colors, some with the fancy top hat. We've got stratified chat indicators. It's all part of the grand hen scheme. The Hatcher Entertainment Network. You watching the hen? That one was short. I don't know how long any of these are. I'm gonna do another one.
Slapping at you straight from the depths of the internet. It's the hen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what these are saying. I just press buttons. Here. I got a little box. I got a little stream deck here now, and I press the buttons on it. Bam, bam, bam. Like, here you go. Let's see what this one is.
Oh, we're roosting tonight. It's the hen.
All right. You can do a lot more with this thing than that, but, that's what I'm doing with it currently. There we go. Jess, you want to be white, not yellow. What, you want to go back in time? That's not how the progression works. You start out as a white one, then you go yellow, then you go green. Then you get your hat, and you move up the progression. Getting your hat makes you lose your color, and you start back at white. It's a very simple and yet complicated system. So enjoy it. What up, Drunkle? I saw that picture that you made of me kicking wizards in the junk, and I raise my glass to you, buddy. I raise my glass of root beer to you, good sir. So yeah, Carly made them little icons. They're looking good. For some reason, who knows? You know what? I'll say this. Well, I guess one upside to being sleep deprived, like I'm sitting there just miserable this morning waiting for the plumber to come because I'm already a super light sleeper, right? Carly's got dental work, and she had to have this today. So we know she's got dental work coming. So she'll take she'll take extra medicine to make sure that when she goes to the dentist, it won't hurt as much the next day in preparation, because she's smart and she's got it sorted out. And as an added bonus, it makes you a really nice sound sleeper. So she just sleeps through the night normal, no problems at all. And I wake up to everything, just like, what? What's going on? What's up? So it makes sense that I'll be the one to get up and deal with the plumber stuff. So I've got an alarm set. And my brain's like, oh, do we have an alarm set? Well, we can't miss that time. So what we have to do is we have to check every hour or so to make sure the alarm is still set and we haven't like missed the time frame. So I hope you weren't planning on sleeping. That's what setting alarms means to my brain. It means we're not sleeping tonight. It's like, no, the point of the alarm is so that we will sleep tonight. You can even set multiple ones. And it's like, yeah, good luck with that. So, yeah. I didn't sleep very well because I was like, oh, I got to get up for this crap. So I'm sitting there just mucking about looking for something to do. And I ended up looking at Doctor Strange comics abruptly, just out of nowhere. It's like, all right, I'm going to check out some old Doctor Strange stuff. And I just started digging around to see what was out there. And it turns out that Doctor Strange is amazing. Doctor Strange is dope, man. Anthony, I had to get the pipes checked. Bro, there was this thing. I thought they just needed a new U-bender, because it's like straight up, there was a hole in it. And it was like, oh, this is just leaking water on the floor. So it's like, shut this off. They're going to need to replace this. So when Buddy came in, I said to him, I'm like, I told my wife, all you're going to probably need to do is change this one piece. And he went, oh no, look at this. And he pulls out another piece and the pipe is just ruined. I was like, what the hell? I had no idea. I didn't know pipes could get ruined that easily. He's like, yeah, man, you have no clue. You have no idea. So he fixes the pipes or whatever, puts new pieces in, then he goes, I'm all done. But, and because I heard him in there after he was done running the water, and then I'm like, is he plunging? Do I have plunging in there? I'm not sure. I'm not worrying about it. I'm letting him do his thing. I don't care. I'm tired. I'm just sitting here just looking on my tablet. And then he just comes out and he's like, all right, so there's new pieces, but somebody else needs to come in because that thing is super plugged. Like, so somebody else will show up later to do that. And I was just like, all right. And then a dude showed up who he was like a fucking plumber you would write in a movie almost. Like, legit. First of all, he was fat as fuck. And he had this big old shirt that did not fit him appropriately. Also, his belt broke on the way to my place, which he like told me when he came in. I said, it's like, I'm like, bro, I have had no sleep and I'm always friendly to people. I'm always chill about shit. Like, you're just coming to do your job. You're just here to help. So I open the door and it's the plumber and somebody from the building who just comes with them, right? Because that's how they do it. So the buddy from the building comes in first and I'm like, how's it going? Right? And then like he comes in and I'm like, how's it going? And he just fucking, like, I don't know if I was sleep deprived and he was mocking me, but he was just like, how's it going? And like, I don't know if he said it twice. I don't know if he put some stink on it, but like straight up, I'm like, this motherfucker mocking me? Like, this guy, like, he was mocking me first, and then he's fucking talking about how his fucking belt broke, and then he just fucking was in there for a while, and then he comes out and he's like, pleasure doing business with you, kid. And I was just like, have a good one, buddy. Like, I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Like, for real, man. I don't know how many fucking plumber fumes you've huffed or what the fuck ever. Like, what is this? What is this? I didn't sleep tonight. Am I in a parallel dimension? Are you being rude to me? Are you a dick? Are you, like, what is this? What is going on? But he fixed the drain, so fuck it. Whatever. I had the full crack exposure. I have no idea. If you think for a fucking second that I'm gonna fucking follow some guy who's like mocking me like a fucking parrot and then walking down the hallway talking about how his fucking belt's busted and he needs to snake the drain, I don't know that much about Snake in the Drain, but I'm guessing it's a fucking two-handed operation. So no, I'm not interested in fucking playing Super Punch-Out and watching King Hippo drop his fucking pants so I can punch him in his fucking belly button, right? I'm not interested in finding out if this guy likes fucking underwear, what kind he wears, and otherwise what his fucking ham cheeks look like. No. No, man. I've been on this planet long enough that I literally was like, I ain't even walking down that fucking hallway, man. Fuck that shit. I'm staying down here. I'm going to read Doctor Strange comic books and not worry about this shit. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So, yeah. You just fucking left. So I was a kid, and I'm like sitting there like, I think I'm older than you, but I'm not sure because you're a fucking train wreck. Good God. Anyways. It was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. I just after he left, it was like, what? Anthony, he wasn't meeting it with super exuberance. It was like, it wasn't that. It was something else. There was something else. This guy was there was something up, man. There was fucking undertones to it. And I don't just meet somebody being friendly with like, your fucking deal. I mean, that one kid, yeah, I did want to smack him in the mouth at the mall, but that was on him, man. He stepped right in my fucking path and said I looked mad drippy. And as far as I'm fucking concerned, my generation, that means, bro, you're saying I have an STD. You're literally stepping in front of me to tell me I have a fucking STD. What's the matter with you? He was actually saying I was nicely dressed, but I'm too fucking old to understand that now. But this wasn't that. This wasn't some fucking hip kid. This was some fucking 40-year-old plumber calling me a kid, mocking me like a parrot, walking around busted out. Bro, talk about fucking confidence in the necessity of your job, where it's just like, yup. You know your fucking skills are needed, and you walk around just acting like that. Like, hey, get fucked, buddy! Like, it's, like, in a way, I was like, just live your life, bro. Like, I wasn't sitting there like, good Lord, I'm offended. It was more like, is this bitch for real? Is this shit for real? Like, is this for real, for real? Have I gone into a fucking, like, am I having a stroke right now from just being up this fucking early, man, and having no sleep? Is that what's going down? Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Like, I was just left, like, on the back, fucking, on my heel, back foot going, yo, what is this? What is going on? What is going on? You just do your thing. You just do your thing. Pleasure doing business with you, kid. And it's like, bro, there's no way that I look like fucking younger than you right now when I'm haggard from not sleeping and I've got big fat bags on this gigantic fucking leather handbag of a face. Like, fuck you, man. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on, so I default to fuck you. You're probably fucking with me. I was just being friendly, man. I just opened the door being friendly to you, all right? Whatever. I'm like, when somebody comes to work on stuff, I'm like friendly, like, hey, how's it going? Cool, man. Little bit of chatter, and then I go, I'm going to leave you to do your fucking work because you don't need to fucking sit there and have an idle fucking conversation with me while you're trying to do your fucking job. Yeah, no, I don't care about having the same kind of boring-ass conversation I've had with everybody, thanks. How about you get the fuck out of here? I signed up to change some pipes, not listening to you fucking work your pipes, all right? So run along now. So I just go, yo, blah, 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 crack a joke, go, you want a fucking drink? You want a Dr. Pepper? I didn't offer him no barks. Fuck that shit. He doesn't know. But he didn't want no Dr. Pepper, so off I go. That's how that works. I didn't offer Mr. No Pants fucking mock me like a parrot nothing to drink. Fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I ain't offering you a drink. Calling me kid. What's that about? What's that shit about? Seth, glad to hear the sink got fixed. Hell yeah, that's the important part. That's the important part. That guy brought his fucking A game and his skills. I don't give a shit. Call me kid on the way out all day. I mostly found it amusing, in all honesty. I was mildly confused. I'm like, kid? Well, whatever, man. Carly, what? You're telling lies. Oh, you're lying about the fact. Yes, the golden top hat is the highest level. Brent, you show, what the fuck? Doctor Scrunch? Come on, man. Come on, show him some respect. He's the supreme sorcerer, and I've been showing him respect by titling the stream after him and talking about him for 20 minutes straight. Welcome to my live streams where whatever the subject you thought it was going to be isn't, and it's just going to be, it's always going to dissolve and it's always going to devolve into bizarre ego rants where I'm just like, and guess what one random person left as a comment? Guess what they said to me? And then you'll never believe what the plumber said. It's like, oh, God. But for real, actually, Doctor Strange is legitimately an interesting character, and the comics that I read today, like, they made me like Doctor Strange way more, and it kind of almost makes me want to collect comics because I feel the vibe of collecting them, you know? Like, there's similar level appeal to the aspect, you know, I've always said, like, magic cards, each card's their own story kind of thing. Well, a comic book, you have these individual panels with a few little exchanges verbally and one particular snapshot with some nice vivid color and whatever. But there's a lot that's left for your imagination to fill in. And yeah, I don't know, man. I've been enjoying it. Like, I read a Doctor Strange comic that was, I think 3, maybe 4 different Doctor Strange comics actually, what's it called? Stapled together, right? Like, it's like, I know trade paperbacks are when you go like, this is episode 1 to 5 or issue 1 to 5, not episode, issue 1 to 5, all put in one book. But I don't know if the other ones are called anthologies because it didn't even have a label like that. It just said Doctor Strange, and I was like reading it, and they had multiple different stories. One was like Doctor Strange is wandering around because he's the protector of Earth and I guess like the multiverse overall. He's the sorcerer protector dude, right? And oh, United, you got yourself some Grand Archive. Nice. I'm gonna be getting to check out the next set next month. I'm glad that the video was enjoyable for you. Enjoy yourself some level 2 Grand Archive action. Jeremy, no. Like, man, I want to be clear. I want to be clear about something. The plumber wasn't, like, it didn't come across as he was actively trying to be a dick to me. That's what I would say. If that, like, it legit wasn't like that. The interaction was so weird to me that I couldn't get a proper read on it more than anything. For real, in terms of providing actual service, absolutely fine. From start to finish. Came in, had a little back and forth. He's just like, he wasn't pissy about his belt breaking or anything. He did his fucking job. He did it right. And he left. It was just the verbal interactions back and forth were odd. That's it. So definitely wasn't like he was grousing or anything. He actually seemed to be in quite high spirits. It was... Most of it boils down to no sleep brain me going, what's going on? What is you, are you fucking with me? I don't even know. I'm not worrying about it. I'm going to sit down and whatever. You know what I mean? That's what it turns into. It's like, even if it is, like, even in the worst universe where it's like he was fucking with me on his way in and out, who cares? He did his fucking job and didn't negatively impact my existence in any way and gave a topic of conversation for the stream. Like, that's the only reason I remember it, is to mention it for the stream. I didn't fucking go on about it to Carly or whatever and go, guess what? Because it was just like, whatever. James Town says there's no way that someone can take me off the board. Oh, straight out the gates. Just a proud declarative statement. All right, he's going to Towns. Nobody can take James off the board. He states it. He's calling you out. He's calling you out for some seafood on the town. Who wants to go to Long John Silver's and have a loose beef sandwich? That's what he's going to make your mind into. Carly, I only jumped to thinking everybody has a slight against me because everybody in the world is against me. Can you imagine if I actually was like that? It's like everything is a slight. Also, what are you trying to say, Carly? What are you trying to say? Do I got to come out there? We got to have a conversation about this? You got a problem? You got a problem? You got a problem? Yeah, Magoro. Yeah, man, you gotta exercise caution with what you want to be doing, right? Juggalo used to collect comics in '92, got hit with the flood and lost all of them. Aw, it sucks, man. I very briefly collected comics, but it was like I didn't like waiting so long for each installment to come out, and the expense of it was just like $3 or $4 an issue, and I'm like, okay, I can't afford this on my allowance and stuff. So I collected up a few and then just got dissatisfied with having to wait so long for each story chunk, not getting enough out of each comic book, it felt like, not getting enough out of my little bit of dollars. But, you know, the idea of having like all the comic books, you can sit down and flip through them. Like, I like the physical books, magazines, comics. I enjoy all that stuff. I like that you can get all that on your tablet. I love the digital world's access to everything mentality. Love it. But, oh, Carly says this is a slight against you. What? All right, this is public now. This is it. You guys see. Hey, guys, I want to tell you a truth. I do perceive everything that everybody does in the most negative light towards me. And I never used to be like that. I didn't. And there's only one thing that's been constant in my life the whole time that I've been on this downward psychological trend. And that's Carly. So I guess it's just time to air it all out right now to be very clear that the reason that I think everyone's against me is because Carly mentally abuses me so much and gaslights me so constantly that I've lost all faith in myself. And I'm a broken man who assumes that he's garbage. So every day I just try and hobble through life, and every day she comes to kick my cane out from underneath me even further. So if you ever wonder why I look so sad and haggard and everything, and why I take everything so personally, it's because my wife hates my guts, and she undermines me at every opportunity. When she's not undermining me, she's nagging me, and she only stops to do that to fucking sleep. Jamestown slightly more against you. Listen, man, you know the way I read that, don't you, you pervert? I read that, see, what you're trying to say is you're leaning slightly more against me. You're gross. You're gross. You're never going to feel the fucking body heat of me next to me inside a sleeping bag together, you fucking weirdo. Alright? But you did just beat my wife, so I will give you the fucking respect that's due for that. That's right, that's right, Carly. That's right. What up, Roland? Oh, Roland. What's up, double Roland? For some reason, that just made me think of like the shittiest knockoff. Yo, I've got a Roland watch. You mean Rolex? It's like, well, no, it says Roland. And it's like, that is the worst knockoff I've ever seen. Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. So, yeah, this is a Doctor Strange stream. So, Doctor Strange, right? Doctor Strange, I was reading a Doctor Strange and My Little Pony comic. It's probably something somewhere. So, no, what was it? Doctor Strange is like wandering around Earth and people are behaving oddly. Like rich people are getting out of their limos and going, I don't need all my money. Being rich sucks. I just need friendship from my fellow man. I'm going to throw away all my money. And it's just like, all right, what's going on? And other people start acting odd. And then he's like, hold on. What's going on? There's a tear in the universe. And he's all sewing it up and everything. And then he finds out, oh, wait, this dude here has figured out how to make pacts with the devil. So he's making pacts with the devil with all these different individuals, and then they're cursifying the universe with crazy magic. So he just goes, what am I gonna do here? And then he basically makes a deal with the devil that just manipulates somebody else into losing their soul. Like, he's a superhero, but like a super practical, I will get my hands dirty to do what needs. He is what I call a daddy level character. And by that, I don't mean let's take our shirts off and compare who has the hardest nipples. I mean like daddy's got to make the hard decisions so the family can survive kind of thing. You know, the whole like, okay, you got two concepts. You got the daddy making hard decisions to save the family. You got the mama making emotional decisions that it's like, save the kids. And it's like, well, that one's getting eaten by a bear, and we're gonna lose the other ones if we don't get out of here. So that one's done. Like the bear's already eaten his head. So your emotions don't mean nothing. We gotta go. So you know what I mean? That kind of a vibe. So he's got the daddy mentality of, no, I'm just gonna do what needs to be done properly for everybody's safety. Yeah, no, I feel comfortable making those decisions. Yeah, I'll feel guilty afterwards, but I'm gonna do what needs to be done. I'm not going to go on Twitter and cry about it and go, what should happen? You know, like, I'm just going to actually go, I've got a mission and I'm going to make it happen. What up, Fulgore? How you doing? Hey, what up, Paz? What up, Yen? So, yeah. Like, Doctor Strange is a very compelling character because of his strengths and his flaws. And one of the things I really enjoy is the movie itself, I think, does a great job of laying the groundwork of his character, right? Like, I like that Doctor Strange is literally an actual doctor and a very capable doctor, right? Like, he's a very skilled doctor. And what they do in the movie is they show him basically picking and choosing the kind of cases that he wants to take because his skills are very high level, but also he wants to make sure that his rating is super high. How he's perceived by others, his prestige level, all of that matters to him. There's different layers to it. And that's an uglier side of it too, because it means, I'm not going to take a chance on people I can't take a chance on kind of thing. It's like, I will help you, but only if you meet particular parameters. So there's some ugly selfishness to it, which adds a much better layer of reality than just going, I'm Dr. Good, who does good because doing good is good. And the only reason I do good is for doing good for good people, good. And you just go, yep, okay, Superman, I get it. You're just morally perfect, which is, it's really boring because it's one-dimensional. Just like somebody who's purely evil is one. I did it. Why? Because it's evil to do it. We need more. Like you have been stripped down to one-dimensionality, and like even an incarnation of an essence will not be that simplistic, right? So you've got the Doctor Strange vibe, where he starts out as this surgeon who's very skilled, but also arrogant and unwilling to help people who don't fall in with particular parameters. And then, due to his own arrogance and poor choices, he actually loses the power that he has, right? Like, he fucks his hands up hardcore. So now, oh, well, bro, you used to be a hardcore surgeon. You could do crazy surgeries. Now, your hands are all messed up. And on top of that, he gets a taste of the other side of the coin where he goes to his former colleagues and is like, yo, help me fix my hands. And they're like, sorry, hamburger meat, you're useless. Like, we're not going to be able to help you with this nonsense. And we're not taking a risk on our rating. Sorry's about your luck, son. Right? Like, they basically toss him to the wolves the way that he tossed other people. And that doesn't feel it doesn't feel wrong. Like, it doesn't feel like it's like stilted and forced where it doesn't even make sense. It's like, bro, you've got an intelligent, capable doctor who fucking goes drinking and driving, hits the consequences for those. It's totally believable, all of it. Other people can't handle it, but I can handle it out of the arrogance. Like, I really enjoy the way it's done, all of it. I found that to be really enjoyable. And because of his arrogance and his loss of position, it causes this absolute desperation in him where he goes out seeking like something to cure him in the scientific world, and eventually stumbles instead on a mentor who teaches him like crazy, what at first seems to him like crazy mysticism nonsense, and then eventually to embrace his destiny. I think it's destiny. I can't tell. Maybe the movie makes it destiny. I don't know enough about the comic. So I don't know if he was destined to do it automatically, if he was destined to be Doctor Strange. But either way, it doesn't feel like it's just something that's bestowed on a random individual. This is somebody who spent a lot of time meticulously honing their craft. And even if they were particular with who they did it with, it was intentioned to help people. And he does have a strong moral center, even if that means that it's like, I'm going to do unpalatable things. The ends justify the means style mentality, right? Thanos was right. Bob Falcon Thanos is a super compelling villain, honestly. I really enjoyed the way they executed him in the movie. It was super good. So like, you've got the situation where Doctor Strange, like, he learns under this mentor, takes up his role, and so when I'm reading this one story, he's already well accustomed to the role. He's literally made a deal with the demon where because of the wording of it or whatever, it completely undermines this other person's setup in a very clever way where it's like, oh, that was pretty slick of you. And just the choices that he made where he's just like, yeah, like, that's fine. Yep, you're going to let people be damned. And it's like, I am going to let people be damned. What are you going to do? Sacrifice have to be made. And in another story, he tells this chick that he'll let her have this infinity stone, right? And then when it comes time, when like, help me and you can have the infinity stone when we're done. And then when they're done, he's like, and I'm sealing this in the pouch so that neither of us can access it. And she's like, you said I could have it. And he's like, I say a lot of things. Like that's not what he like. That's not the wording that he says. But it's straight up amazing where he's just like, there is no way that you are getting this insanely powerful magic object. And yeah, I lied to you. It sucks. And then he goes, Alakazam, guess what? You don't even remember it. And she's all like, oh, what was I talking about? I don't remember. Anyways, where are we going? You're a good friend. I trust you. And he looks so troubled. And so it's like, he doesn't do it willy-nilly. He doesn't do it in a way where there's no cost to him emotionally, right? He understands what he's doing to people. He cares, but he'll do it because daddy has to make hard choices. That's how life works. And I very much appreciate that. It's more believable than this. We can get through this with nobody being hurt and everything will be fine and nothing unpalatable ever needs be done. It's very, very dull. So that was a pretty interesting one. And there was another one where he helped a dude with his memories and just the different aspects of magic he talked about. But I think my favorite was it was a text version. There weren't illustrations to go with it. It was just an account of Doctor Strange's adventures in the astral plane, his initial adventures in the astral plane, which I thought was really cool, where he talked about he was training under whoever it was who was teaching about the astral plane, and they were like, yo, watch out, this is a sweet nectar and you'll be pulled deep into it if you don't pay attention, kind of deal. And he's like, yeah, but the mentor is like, no, for real, people have died, I've lost people to this, you'll get enraptured, watch out. And of course he's only half listening because he's arrogant, right? So he goes and he explores and he ends up being overmatched. He encounters some dude riding a black horse or whatever. He's like, hey, what's up, buddy? I didn't think I was going to find anybody out here, but this is great. I'm going to take you back as a present for my evil god Dormammu. And it's like, what? And then Doctor Strange's like, nah, check it out. Skiggity bow, magic. And the Black Knight's like, for real, bro? That did nothing. Come on, man. I'll give you another one. Go for it. And Doctor Strange is like, oh, by the hand of Skimbimbly Gimp. And then he's all like, come on, man. If you're not even gonna... And then he just whoop, 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 ties them all up with his fucking power, whoop, slaps him on the back of the horse, and he's like, I'm gonna go feed you to my god. I hope you give him a little bit of entertainment. This is a great honor for you. And Doctor Strange is like, oh, shit, this sucks dicks. And he's trying to get free. And then it dawns on him, wait a minute, we're actually traveling on the astral plane. These aren't physical bodies. He's like mentally willing himself along. Maybe I can will myself out of here. But he couldn't pull that off. But he did notice that like there was this kind of barrier nearby and there's all these beings. And he's like, what the hell are those? Turns out they're the mindless, right? And the guy on the black horse is terrified of them for some reason. He has no idea why. So he's like, he's trying to like will himself off the horse. It's not working. And then he's like, wait, can I will us all as a group? And so he like wills like them over to where the mindless ones are, right? And it turns out the way the mindless ones work on the astral plane is they'll surge towards you, and wherever they look, it just obliterates whatever's in their vision as if it didn't even exist. So basically, the Black Knight guy is getting ready to swing his sword down on Doctor Strange. One of the mindless looks at his arm, boom, this part of his arm is gone, and the rest of his arm is just falling with the sword blade. The horse is getting all disintegrated by this just unmade vision. It's wild craziness, and Doctor Strange just barely escapes by magicking deep into the bowels of the plane or whatever. And then he's just like, I gotta get out of the astral plane. So that was pretty cool. Hey, speaking of pretty cool, Bo Falcon says, get wrecked, Jamestown. This one's for Carly. She will not be slighted by the likes of you. Oh, hell yeah, Bo Falcon. Yeah, Doctor Strange is cool. So, like, I started reading more because I was like, this is dope. So I started another one, right? And Doctor Strange is fighting this eldritch god. And it's all like, I heard about you, Doctor Strange, but I didn't hear that you suck dicks. And Doctor Strange like, bitch, I don't suck dicks. Check this out. And he goes, bam! And he sets the motherfucking dude on fire. And the fire won't go out. And the god's like, bitch, stop burning me. And Doctor Strange like, nuh-uh, motherfucker. And then he makes a gigantic spaghetti noodle. And he's like, yo, I see that Space Johnny you made with the tentacles hanging out. Check it out. And he spaghetti noodles it shut, right? And then afterwards, he goes to bed and he wakes up and out of nowhere, right? Out of nowhere one day, one of his eyes just can't see the spirit world anymore. Can't see arcane stuff. Can't see magic. So now all of a sudden, walking around, one eye can see magic, the other eye can't. 2 days later, skata-chow, ba-bam, other eye. I can't see no magic at all now, son. Uh-oh, what's going on with the spirit world? I don't know, this is crazy. 2 days later, holding his wand, it was firm and rigid, but bam, that shit crumbles into Play-Doh garbage. All of his magic items start falling the fuck apart. Now he's got no magic, but he can hear the demons scratching at the door, like Nicolas Cage, scratching at the door, right? They fucking still want in. They want into the world, but Doctor Strange isn't there to stop them, but he can hear them getting closer every day. That's pretty fucking cool. That's pretty cool. He goes to Iron Man. He's like, yo, Iron Man, what's up? And Iron Man's like, hi, I'm Iron Man. Fuck you, everything's technology. And Doctor Strange's like, no, it's not all technology. And Iron Man's like, fuck you, yeah, it is, bitch. Anyways, get in this spaceship, asshole, and go look for magic in space. And Doctor Strange is like, all right, man, pigs in space, let's go. Bam! And he hops in the fucking spaceship. And, yeah. And then he meets Space Vraska and tricks her and keeps the fucking Infinity Stone. He gets the Infinity Stone and he fights this Skrull guy who's got all the powers of the fucking Fantastic Four. And he's got a fucking Infinity Stone and he gives it to like one of his chief researchers. And the researcher's like, this stone will let you move back and forth in time like in a like half a minute increment in either direction, and the guys are like, yo, that sucks, I need something better. And Doctor Strange is like, yo, that guy's a fucking moron, you don't know how good this shit is, yo, check it, bitch. And he comes up and takes a stone, he's like, watch this, motherfucker. And then he makes 50 different versions of himself, and he's like, ever been punched in the dick magically by 50 dudes at once? Get some. And he goes, get it, bow, and fucking obliterates Fantastic Four Scrawlman. Doctor Strange, some good times. Some good times. Super Skrull, that's it, Jess. That's it. So that's I haven't read like a whole bunch of it, but like Doctor Strange fucking he got this crazy magic gem and he used it to seal an entire planet shut. He's like, nobody leaves. And I watched him, he's like, the magic that makes it so nobody can leave, did you just shut off their atmosphere? How does this work? Did you just kill everybody, bro? Like, did you just execute that planet? For real. I wondered that. I'm like, did he execute that planet? He's a badass. He leapt into space with a fucking gigantic space stone. It was Maisie. Like, not space stone, magic stone. He thought it was the eye of his god that would grant any wish, and it did. And he used that wish to fuck a whole planet. Doctor Strange is badass, man. I want the whole fucking cloak now, man. Dye some white shit in my hair. Fucking go right up like this. Doctor Strange. Like, I would totally cosplay as Doctor Strange if I had the gear for it. I have, like, my love for Doctor Strange. I thought the first movie was cool, but now after looking at the comic books and shit, I want to read everything that has him in it. You know what I remember what made me do this. Hey, Yen, wild man needs root beer. Oh, fat donged board taken. You know what, bro? I'm going to put you on the board, and then I'm going to top up my root beer out of respect to that comment, because you're right. You're right. More root beer for the fucking chalice, bro. With the fucking dirty 69 in. Ben Yent says, get bent. We got a feisty fight going on. Feisty fighting. Hogue, every time you enter the stream late, within the first words you hear swearing, so you know you're in the right place. Fuck yeah. I see you, applesauce. What's up, buddy? Okay. Topping up. More root beer. More root beer, baby. Oh. Yeah, Doctor Strange is fucking dope, man. I like, for real, very much enjoyed the shit that I was reading. Like, when he leaps out of the spaceship and fucking casts that spell on the whole planet to stop him from trying to destroy Earth or whatever. And, like, he had been hanging out with this chick. Strange couldn't really use magic, right? He had lost his magic at this point. So this chick, like, she's a magic aficionado, but not because she really knows how to use it. She knows how to use techno magic. Like, you give her some technology, she can do some magic with it, but hedge mage level shit, right? Not like Doctor Strange level shit. So she thinks that she's more adept at magic than him and whatever. And then after he uses that magic, boom, does the whole planet. She's like, whoa, wait a minute. You could do that kind of stuff all along, and I've just been treating you like a sidekick. I was like, that's great. That's great. I didn't like the term Earth Billy. I was like, oh, it doesn't work. Like, I get what you're going for. You're trying to do the hillbilly thing, but it like that. Honestly, out of that's like the only thing I've seen so far where I went, I don't like that. That didn't like. I'm like, I wish you had a different term here, but I'm sure other people enjoyed it just fine. So, for me, it just felt like I get what you're trying to do. This is like negative slang for earthlings, and I'm 100% on board with that concept. Like treating earthlings like a plague out in the universe is a fun idea, but you need a better term. That's all I felt like. Great concept, term not exciting. Bo Falcon, the story's probably not as cool as I make it sound. I'm too good at making them sound very cool. Well, I'm glad that you like the way that I tell stories, buddy. I intend to read more of these, and I figured like this is the kind of stuff that I want to make videos talking about and whatever. So you don't really have to go and read them if you just want to hear the highlights. I can't use images from the comics or whatever, but I can tell you the stories. Who knows? Maybe use some AI images or something. I'm back with a full root beer. So yeah, I don't know. I like all the layers of what's going on with Doctor Strange. Had a lot of fun. So far, so good. And it's just made me curious about like what other adventures. The whole like once you know the setup of the original, okay, here's how he became Doctor Strange, and you just know that he knows crazy amounts about magic. So when you've got somebody who knows a whole bunch about magic and has dabbled in all kinds of things and dealt with all kinds of elder gods and things, they can just like this happened, and then the character can provide an explanation by knowing what's going on in a way that feels believable and whatever. It's like, okay, cool. It doesn't feel like jammed in. Like, for real, I love the concept of the way that Doctor Strange handles beings more powerful than him. For example, the first movie, I think, is really, really well done. The Dormammu I've come to bargain, that shit is fucking brilliant. Like, when you look at the surface of it, being able to move back in time a minimal amount on the surface sounds like a minimal ability. It's just a tiny little thing. But once you realize the grander implications of like it's a tiny little bit of magic, but it's a tiny little bit of magic that the entire multiverse has to obey. Nothing can escape it. So it's just like, I can only reverse time by 30 seconds. Yeah, but I can force the entirety of existence to do that whenever I want. And so you go, okay, and how do we extrapolate that? I did not see the Dormammu I've come to bargain moment like coming in advance, and watching it unfold, it was just like, this is fucking brilliant. This is how you bring what seems like an unstoppable force down. This is how you do it. Like, for example, when we're dealing with the Phyrexians from Magic the Gathering, they did the opposite. They built the Phyrexians up as this unstoppable force, where they were like, yo, if you get even a drop of oil on you, you're a Phyrexian, you're hosed, you're done, you're ruined, right? And then at the end, they just went, the Wi-Fi shut off, right? That's what they did. How did they get defeated? The Wi-Fi shut off. Okay. Why? Like, none of it felt earned. None of it felt like it made sense. And so it was just like you acted like it was a gigantic freight train rolling down the tracks, but it's more like Thomas the Tank Engine and Ant-Man. Bonk. Right? Like that kind of level. So you end up feeling robbed. But that's not what happens in Doctor Strange. You have this evil god that is so powerful, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to destroy him. You can't force him to do anything, really, it seems like. There's nothing you can do to him. He feels absolutely unstoppable. And they find a way to stop him in a completely believable way within the rules of the universe, right? That feels very gratifying and at the same time builds immense respect for Doctor Strange, where he locks an elder god into an infinite time loop where the entirety of it is him just dying over and over. He is locking himself into a sequence of infinite pain and sacrifice if that's what it takes, over and over and over again. And the way they chose to play it in the movie with like Dormammu being a very deadly serious individual, so he comes out and he has no problem obliterating Doctor Strange, but he's like, what's happening? Because like everything goes according to Dormammu's will. That's how it works. What kind of magic can bind a being of his level? And so, of course, his initial reaction to this is that of a child tantruming, right? Where it's essentially like, oh, you can't do this to me. And so he's just, with his fury, is destroying him over and over and over. A child smashing an insect again and again and again and again and again until the inevitability sinks in that this is your reality now. I have you here. You may be infinitely powerful, but you're trapped in here with me for infinity. Checkmate. I win. Literally dominates an elder god in a battle of fucking wills. Forces him into a like, that is fucking amazing. It is so cool. Like, so cool. I love it. Like that movie. Oh, I loved it. The second one was just, don't even watch it. Don't even watch it. I'm here for Doctor Strange, and he's strangely absent as some side character in this shit. Just awful. Follow Jean Jacket Girl as she gets upset and opens stars or something. Okay. Whatever, right? Like, I clocked out, bro. I stopped watching that movie. I remember watching it up until they walked by a sidewalk cafe. We're like, stand here so we can play exposition. And I went, look what happened. The first movie was incredible. Adam, what show? Is there a show? I was talking about comic books. And I don't remember who asked it, but I saw something pass by about the time frame for when these are. I think some of them are older era. And then I know the one is a series of 20 from 2018. So there's that. Oh, you know what it was that made me decide to look at Doctor Strange comics? Was he was standing up against some crazy being, basically like, you fuck with my wife, you fuck with me, bro. Right? And he's just like, yeah, it was something along the lines of like, Doctor Doom talks shit about my wife, bro. But here's the thing. I'm afraid of Doctor Doom, right? You? I ain't afraid of you. Don't talk shit about my lady. It was something like that. And I was just like, Doctor Strange ain't having no bullshit. I like this. That's great. He's literally like, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Say something again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Like, that's great. It's great. Doctor Strange's got such a great vibe. Fulgor, it was you? All right. Well, you got your answer, and now I know it was you. So that's it. I don't have anything more to say on that subject. So there's a comic strip that actually has Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange. It's Triumph and Tragedy or something. I don't know. That's what I thought I was originally going to check out, but I didn't want to go and look at it in case it was too epic while my brain was too tired. I was like, And then the Doctor Strange stuff I looked at, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to read every Doctor Strange comic now, aren't I? For real. Like, for real. I love Doctor Strange now. He's so cool. He's so fucking cool, man. He's so cool, right? Like, he definitely has some ego problems for sure, right? Got some arrogance to him and whatever, but ultimately a good dude. Does a lot of interesting stuff. I'm digging it. Oh, I love I love that, like, he gets called out for his bullshit, too. There's this dwarf who knows how to make, epic magic gear. And he's like, yo, what's up with you, man? What's your problem? Like, why are you pretending like everything you do is for the people? Like, you'll use people. He's like totally calling him out. He's totally calling Doctor Strange out. And Doctor Strange is getting all like, fuck you, man. And the dwarf's like, nah, fuck you, bro. Fuck you. And then he starts mocking him for like, yo, why you got the wand of Shambhala? Why you got the rings of Zimzam, huh? How come you never make nothing yourself, bro? And then Doctor Strange is like, what? You're right. Why haven't I? And then he makes this sword, and the dwarf's like, nice sword. It's just not a sword. It's a scalpel. And then he uses the scalpel to incise reality. And he cuts reality wide open and steps through to save his friend. I'm back for you, bitch. It's pretty sweet. Silver Surfer. See, I don't know much about Silver Surfer other than he's like a servant of Galactus, and Galactus is like a planet eater. I gotta admit, like, this Doctor Strange stuff is whetting my appetite for more good comic book action. I just want to like dive into awesome epic stories and like talk about them with you guys. When I was reading this stuff, I was like, yo, this is dope. I told Carly about it. She's like, this sounds pretty cool. I'm like, yup, I want more of it. I want more of it. I'm revving up my enjoyment tanks, yo. Just enjoying me some stories, some craziness. So yeah, I like compelling stories. I like craziness. I like magic a lot. Technology's all right, but it's not as exciting. Magic's cooler, you know? Yeah, Jess, it's true. Like, there's tons of comic books available online, which is great. I have a tablet that is perfect for reading comics. That's like one of my favorite things to do with it. It's nice. It's relaxing. I absolutely adore imagination fuel, right? Like, obviously you guys know I have a fantastic imagination and I love stories. So like ones that engage me specifically, because I have my own particular tastes, and sometimes I can get pulled in by stories that are way outside of genre I'd normally be interested in. But for real, Doctor Strange, just maybe it's also he resonates with me more now because I feel like the level of accountability that he takes is just, I feel like nowadays people want to blame things other themselves and not take as much accountability and step up and fix shit, and Doctor Strange is just like, I'm not interested in that. It's got the right vibe for me at this juncture, on top of being interesting story-wise, you know? Maria, there was a Silver Surfer movie. I didn't even know that. Adam Warlock. I don't know Adam. The name sounds vaguely familiar, but it really means nothing to me. Yeah, exactly, bro. The compelling story is what takes it from being medium level to epic level. Fulgor Rorschach from Watchmen. Yeah, Watchmen's interesting, right? They don't mince around with the whole super beings are perfect. They have the no, there's a lot of grittiness and ego and problems, all of it, right? I like that. VT horror western, I gotta say. It's like if you could pick two genres that I would probably not read either of and staple them together, that's a good combo. And like, doesn't sound interesting. Western horror. Cowboys and zombies. Magic and superpowers. Fantastical insanity. I'll start there and work my way around. I'm not saying it's not some amazing story. I'm just saying I'm hard pressed to move into them. You know? That's all. I rarely end up with them. Although every once in a while, I know that means I'm missing out on good shit. I know that. But I want to find the good shit inside the prism of what I'm looking for. and worry about the other stuff afterwards. Seen some good sci-fi stuff though. Inuyashiki's awesome. Parasite Maxim's really crazy. I've only ever seen a show of Berserk and it seemed awful. It was just not very good. Yeah, for now I know I'm gonna devour Doctor Strange. That's on the menu for sure. It has earned my interest with some really fun ideas. Even just reading a text adventure of him escaping Dormammu's minion and the mindless ones was really cool. That was really cool. Oh shit, yeah, VTC. There you go, man. That sounds way better. That's it's about 6 cursed pistols that unlock the Devil's Workshop, pursued by an undead Civil War rebel with a witch for a mom. Alright. That's pretty cool. Am I a fan of Black Mirror? Yeah, Black Mirror is, Bleak Mirror. Black Mirror is funky, man. Like, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I'm this guy from Black Mirror. Right? I didn't drink my compliance. I went out on the stage for Wizards, and I'm all like, ah! And I'm like, I'll be back next time to be like, ah! About magic some more. That's what I said to Carly. I'm like, I'm that sellout guy with the shard. Ah! Yeah, we watched a bunch of Black Mirror until I realized that, like, basically every Black Mirror starts to just feel like everybody has cyber eyes and makes regrettable decisions. You will be filled with regret. You know, like... So yeah, it's like a lot of them just felt like you got cyber eyes. And you made a bad choice. People are going to look at all your memories. Oh, you've been blocked through your eyes. It's just like, you know how social media sucks and everybody's a dick? It's like that, but worse. And it's like, okay, well, not me. I'm not going to bother with that. I won't get cyber eyes. It's fine. So yeah, Black Mirror is just like... there was just too many where it was all cyber eye episodes and shit. It was just like, okay, yeah, okay, that's my daughter. Oh, I'm blocked out. And that's my, like, all right. But yeah, I don't know. It just kind of fell off. I felt like it was just going to be the same thing. There were a few that stood out. The cycling underground to make it onto America's Got Talent one was pretty nutty, right? But yeah. Me. Hey, me. Auto-tune that shit. Auto-tune. I mean, a show delivering the same experience is what you're going to kind of expect, but yeah. If I'm going to watch something crazy, like, honestly, forget Black Mirror. Give me something more along the lines of... Well, the premise for Download was interesting. It's too bad that that show is actually fucking stupid, right? Download was pretty cool as a concept. The show was dumb. The last episode where Buddy hacking his Ghost in the Shell hacking, where he now can control elevators and kill people by moving them up and down quickly, is ultra stupid. So that all fell apart and was really dumb. What was the other thing? Don't even put them in the same category. I don't want those two to be connected. Download is not on this show's level. Severance is a really funky concept. It's a really crazy concept where they develop technology where like it literally separates you into two different personalities. So when you come to work, you're a completely different person. It's nutty. The stuff that happens. I don't even want to say spoilers. It's crazy. Esoteric, you enjoyed Black Mirror? Yeah, enjoy it. I had fun with a number of episodes, and I just got bored and wandered off. Sandman? Are we talking about Sandman comics? I've read some of them, and it was pretty funky. He definitely seems interesting. Like the one where he's gone or something, and then the universe starts to guide somebody else into becoming the Sandman. Twilight Zone. It'd be funny to go back and watch, what is it? We control the horizontal. We control the vertical. You're now watching. Oh, The Outer Limits. The Outer Limits. Yeah, you're not a completely different person when you go to work. It's a masquerade. This is literally like you would go to work and you would be Gary and you wouldn't feel the same. You wouldn't know anything from your life at all, bro. If you haven't seen the show, it's an incredible concept. It's genuinely incredible. And the way they do it, the twists they bring into it, it's amazing. Plus, on top of that, there is some genuine comedy interwoven in there where they have like fake self-help books, like, and the stuff that's in there is genuinely clever and funny. Like, the show is written by intelligent people. It's an intelligent exploration of a very compelling concept that feels 100% real. There are some people who are so miserable. Like this guy who has this procedure done to him at work. He's a normal everyday person. As soon as he's done work, he is despondent, miserable, ultra depressed, and just spends all his time crying and being sad, basically, right? Like, and so literally undergoes this procedure to work at this place just to escape himself. And people wanting to escape themselves is a strong theme that runs through so much in human existence, and it's completely an understandable desire. And the way that the show executes and exploits the concept and also introduces like empty, insane corporate culture, all of it's beautiful. The show is genuinely fucking brilliant. It's brilliant. Hugh, did I watch Stranger Things? I think I tried watching an episode or two and didn't really get pulled into it. Fulgore, do I remember Mystery Theater 3000? Yes. Yep. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Sandman Season of Mist was always my favorite Sandman story. It's about what if Satan decided to close hell, kicked everyone out, and refused to let anyone into hell. Oh, that's a cool idea. I'm bound to forget this, so I'm going to note that. Actually, let me get rid of these notes on the other dragons, since I already had that discussion. What was that again? Sandman Season of Mists. All right. This is dope. I really appreciate that we can just sit and chat and hang out and talk about whatever. You know? You never know what the conversation's going to be any given night, and it's fun that it's not always specifically revolving around, let's say, for example, Magic the Gathering. I have been very much enjoying my delve into comic books today. I want to continue finding fun stories to talk about and to feed my imagination. There's channels that stream Godzilla movies 24/7. Nice. That's gotta be sweet for Godzilla fans, eh? Nice. I never got into Godzilla. Like, conceptually, hey, this gigantic lizard smashing up the city is fun, but in execution, whenever I watched the movies, my mind would just wander and I never really focused on it. So, I don't think I've ever successfully watched a Godzilla movie all the way through. Full gore. I remember the VHS days. I remember thinking like, oh, gotta get all these tapes or DVDs of things and to keep them. And now the glory of the internet, you can find like so much. One of the things I really like is what it means for serialized television. You can find the whole, like, for example, Frasier. First of all, I didn't realize how awesome a show Frasier is. Secondly, I had never seen every episode of Frasier, but me and Carly have been sequentially watching them ever since we came back from our honeymoon, and we are now on like, I think we're mid-season 9, and so we know it only goes to season 11, and you can already see the cracks starting to form as they're getting lazy or not worrying about their continuity, but it's been an amazing ride so far, and been like, wow, man, they really deliver. I love that all of the stuff is on the internet so we can just keep enjoying it, you know? It makes me happy that it's all accessible and I can experience it again, even though I didn't get to experience it fully the way it was meant to the first time. Full gore, do it. Check out the Doctor Strange comics. They're sweet. I've been enjoying it. VT, a manga called Homunculus. Alright, fair enough. Esoteric, you found a great anime graphic book called Cronin Volume 1. What's it about? Some kind of time travel samurai? That's what I think. That name makes me think Chrono Samurai, like Chrono Ronin, you know? Transformer comics got really good for a while. They were doing the whole backstory and lineage of the Primes. Do they have the comic books of like or Optimus Prime Megatron days? Those are my days. They only have the shows that I remember. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh, yeah. I remember that one coming out a while back. I don't think I ever saw any part of it. I have no clue about that one. Oh, man, I'm looking forward to getting a good night's sleep tonight. It's going to be dope. I don't like having to have gotten up early, but I do like the fact that it led to this whole comic book thing. Woo, man. Yeah, all right. You know what, my friends? I know I normally stick around for longer, but I'm pretty worn out. All right. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me, and we'll get together tomorrow. In the meantime, go watch some shows you enjoy, or check out some comics. You know, if you want to read some Doctor Strange stuff, that's probably what I'll end up doing soon. Seth, am I gonna be Doctor Strange for Halloween? You never know. You never know. I'll know what I'll be tonight, though. A corpse.